Hello. Right, so today I'm talking about pacing your activities when you have a chronic illness and just saying that, it's okay to have a break. It's okay to take breaks. Right, so my name's Cheryl, Cheryl Best. I am trained as a nutritional therapist and a yoga teacher, and I write and speak about health and wellness and living with chronic disease. Right, so what I'm talking about today has kind of come to me because of a post that I've wrote on Substack called "Stop the Chronic Illness To-Do List." And I've had to-do lists a lot of the times, whether it's been for work or for personal things. And I'm not the best. I'm not great with to-do lists. And the reason why I'm not the best with to-do lists is because I kind of get a bit attached to it. And then when I don't do something on that list, I can get quite upset with myself because I've not achieved it. And I think it's even worse when you are battling with a chronic illness because you feel that you need to do things either because it's in your head that you need to do something or it's on a list, on a damn list. And you think, well, you're checking off every activity that you've done. And then if you come to the end of the day and you realize, oh gosh, like I haven't done 5 things that's been on my list, it causes a lot of stress. And if you've got a chronic illness, that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing that you want, is to be piling on lots of stress because of a to-do list, because you haven't done the thing that you wanted to do. So I'm not great with to-do lists, and I think it can be something that we can quite easily get quite trapped by because you're wanting to try and in inverted commas, live a normal life. But then you can get annoyed because your chronic illness just keeps getting in the way. It might be that you had intentions yesterday that you were going to do something for today, but then you may have had a day of pain. And so it's difficult to be planning a lot of things when you have a chronic illness. So I'm here to say it's okay if you don't achieve those things that were on your list, or the things that you set in the morning to do, and by the end of the day you've not done it. It's okay if you've not achieved that. It's fine. And if it's okay if you need to take a break. It's okay to have breaks. Your body needs breaks. So you are allowed to have a rest. It's fine. And if you are a person that loves working with a list, then why don't you add into your list that you need to have a break, or that you need to have a 10-minute nap? It's fine to do that. And I think as well, I'm just looking at my life, and maybe your life kind of mirrors what my life is like, but you might be of my age or younger, and you've got a family, and you might have children mixed in with all of this as well. And so you're not just juggling like the tasks that you want to achieve, but you're also juggling the tasks that your family want to achieve, your children want to achieve. It might be that you've got to take them out to this club and that club and do all these things, and you've got to do all of that with your chronic illness. And I think what can be quite sad when it comes to like battling with all these things is the guilt that you can have at times with your children, because it may have been that you've planned something with your child or your children to do, but then you've had a day where it's been really bad, where your symptoms have been really bad, and then you can feel quite guilty because you've not lived up to the expectations from your children, the things that your children wanted to do that particular day, but because you've been so ill, you've not managed to do it. And again, I'm here to say, like, don't give yourself a hard time. These things happen, and hopefully it might get to the stage where your children will start to understand that it's okay. Mom's not been able to do this thing today because she's not been well, or mom or dad has not been able to do these things. So don't give yourself such a hard time. Take it easy, okay? Because it's hard if you are having to juggle all these things, these items on your to-do list. When you have children, you're probably juggling all of this with work as well. And then juggling all of this with the many things that you've got on your list that you need to do. And some of those things are must-dos, as in going to work, or as in, you need to take the kids to school, or whatever that is. Some of those things are must-dos, and you can't get away from that. So some of those things on your to-do list are possibly not must-dos. And if they aren't must-dos, then don't do it. Don't feel guilty if you've not been able to do it. Okay? Because we're juggling a lot. We're juggling a lot with all the things that we must do, and then the battles that we're having with our chronic illnesses, and we just don't need anything else. We don't need much more. So I'm here to say that it's okay to have a break. It's okay to have a nap. It's fine if you need to do that. Okay? And schedule in those activities that are allowing you to rest. If that means that your rest means I'm going to watch something on Netflix for an hour, then schedule that thing in. Okay, that's your time to rest and recharge. And then it might be after you've watched whatever it is that you're watching on Netflix. It might be after that time that you've got this boost of energy, and then you can go and do what you need to do. Because for me, I have this habit of everything has to be done in the mornings, and in the mornings is when I tend to have more energy. So because of that, I try and just cram everything in, and then you cram everything in, and then you're absolutely wiped out for the rest of the day. And that isn't good. And that's where something called pacing comes into all of this. You may have heard of this within the chronic illness world about pacing yourself. And it is so important to do that. You know, you don't have to cram everything into an hour or into 2 hours. You've got the day. So with that, you know, schedule out some of those things, or in your mind, be thinking about, okay, I can be cleaning this throughout the day. I don't need to clean the whole house. I can clean maybe the bathroom, and then the rest of it, I'll just pace that out throughout the day. You don't need to do everything in one go. So, you know, give yourself a list. And if you give yourself a break, sorry. And if you are going to have a list of to-dos, maybe put in times when you do these things. Now, give yourself a break. You don't need to do everything in an hour. Just pace your activities out throughout the day. Okay, so that's my bit today. Just wanted to get that out because, you know, I think we give ourselves quite a hard time, and some of the stuff is unnecessary, you know, unnecessary. Like for me, I will look at things and look at tasks and look at things that I need to do. And then I can get quite frustrated because, you know, I've got 3 children, 2 of them who are teenagers, and you might have teenagers and young adults where it doesn't get easier when they get older. It tends to get worse. You've got more things to be doing. And then my partner will always say to me, oh, you're putting this on yourself. Like, why are you doing this? Nobody's told you that you need to do this thing. Why are you doing it right now? But in my mind, I feel that I have to get this done right this second. Otherwise, I don't feel good if I've not got it done. But then that comes with the tiredness, the lack of energy, and that doesn't help. That doesn't help. So I'm saying this for you, but I'm saying this for me as well. It's a reminder for me that let's give ourselves a break and let's pace out things, and don't feel guilty if we've not achieved the things that we wanted to achieve. Right, so I'm going to end it there. So if you have a fantastic day, and I'll be back on here very soon. Okay, so take care. Bye-bye.